Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler reviews, series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I don't think I want to see another nugget for at least a week. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for your day, folks? Well, it happens to be my Boom! My brand spanking new Defamation of Character shirt. Yay! Emulate the guy. So I got this shirt in the mail just recently. Defamation of Character. We're sort of a hardcore slash nu metal band that existed from about, I think like, I want to say it's like 92, 93, something like that, all the way up into the year 2000. They didn't quite make it a decade, but they had a pretty good run, and, they put out a couple albums. I became aware of them through a Facebook recommendation. It was like, hey, you like stuff, you might like this stuff. And I was like, all right, I'll check out the stuff. And their page hadn't been active in a while, but there was a post saying, hey, if anybody wants any of our CDs, from back in the day, hit us up. We'll sell you some. So I went over there and I decided, I was like, screw it, man, I'll give it a shot. I hit them up, and amazingly, someone actually hit me back. We chatted, we worked out some wheeling and dealing. I got a couple CDs, and I got this pimp-ass shirt, which makes me really happy. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? Why am I so done with nuggets today? Because, folks, it happens to be from Boom Wendy's. These are some of their new saucy nuggets that they just came out with. These are specifically their spicy garlic parm nuggets. Hopefully. So they have different flavors, and most of them have spicy versions and non-spicy versions. I've already reviewed the spicy and non-spicy honey barbecue, and I just got through reviewing what I'm assuming was the non-spicy garlic parm, which by process of elimination should make these the spicy parm, if my order is completely correct. But let's go ahead, let's open this up, let's give it a go. And again, I'm done, man. I've eaten so many freaking nuggets today already. So, these look like they've got some more seasoning on them, so hopefully, definitely got a... Alright, and then it looks like this, and we'll get a thing for the thing. It looks like that. Ha 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 ha! Let's give them a go, try out some spicy nuggets. Hopefully. Yeah, definitely the spicy nuggets. Yeah, same thing. Okay, so when I did the review of the spicy honey barbecue nuggets, I mentioned in that, these are, okay, these definitely got a little bit more of a kick to them. So when I did the honey barbecue version, spicy ones, I mentioned that one of the flavors that they have available for the spicy nuggets is they have ghost pepper nuggets. And I felt and still feel that what they did to create the spicy versions of their other nuggets was basically take some of the ghost pepper seasoning and just sprinkle a little bit of it on their normal nuggets. I'm pretty sure that's what it's doing, because this does something, it does it almost exactly the way that it did it with the spicy honey barbecue, wherein the initial flavor isn't particularly spicy. It's mostly just the flavor that you got from the normal nuggets. But then, as you get close to the end of eating the nugget, it starts to kick in. You get a little bit of this radiating heat that kind of goes to the back of your throat. The reason why I think they're using their ghost pepper seasoning is because that's how ghost peppers operate. If you've never had them before, they're very spicy, but they grow in heat. They're not an immediate punch to the face. Kind of, you're allowed to sort of enjoy them for a little bit, and then it starts to build and it gets really spicy. With these don't ever get really spicy, but it does have that same type of growth that I would expect from a ghost pepper seasoning. But yeah, otherwise, these are nice. I think that having ghost pepper seasoning kind of opens them up a little bit more. Allows you to sort of honestly enjoy the flavors just a little bit more, because again, got that spice kind of activating your senses and stuff. And the kind of neat thing with these compared to the honey barbecue, I think because the honey barbecue, first of all, it was a heavier sauce, and then on top of that, it had kind of a mix of a sweetness and a smokiness, so there was a little bit more flavor to contend against. With these, because they're flavorful for sure, but because it's a lighter sauce, I think it gives the ghost pepper, or the spicy seasoning, to be fair, I think it gives that more of an opportunity to really kind of show itself off, because the spiciness of these is definitely more so than the spiciness, for me anyway, of the honey barbecue saucy nuggets. It definitely hits just a little bit harder. Still not crazy spicy or anything like that, but it's got some extra oomph to it, and I was able to taste it more readily than I was, or well, feel it more readily than I was with the honey barbecue ones. But as for the rest of it, I've basically been mentioning throughout the course of these, the nuggets themselves are good. They're a little bit thin, but, Wendy's has good nuggets. And then, to their credit, like, they managed to, despite being covered in sauce, they still maintain a crunchiness and still, manage to be tender on the inside. They're saucy, they're not soggy. That could have been their tagline. Come on, Wendy's. I'm not saying they'd show me like $800 million. Like, just like $200,000. That's all I'm saying. I'm not greedy. I just want to get my shit in order. Pay off a few people. Thankfully, I don't owe anybody $200,000. But I gotta have something left over for myself, right? But yeah, so the actual flavor of the sauce is nice. It's a nice mix between the garlic, the herbiness, and then just sort of a little undercurrent of the Parmesan. Parmesan isn't a crazy flavor in this whole thing, but I'd say the garlic and the herbiness are really sort of like the most exciting flavors in the whole thing. And then again, you get the benefit where kind of at the end you get a nice little kick. I like them. I think they're good. But mind you, that means I don't need any more sauce. It's definitely, because they have other flavors too. It's going to be a little bit before I get to those. Too many nuggets today. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? I have to go with yes and yes. And I think similarly to what I said regarding the honey barbecue nuggets, whereas I enjoyed the honey barbecue nuggets, I thought they were good. I like the spicy version more. I think pretty much the same thing with these. I like spice, and I enjoy that it gives it that nice little kick. The only thing I will say, whereas with the honey barbecue ones, I didn't really affect the overall flavor very much, and I wouldn't say it affects it a tremendous amount in these. It's definitely more noticeable than with the honey barbecue. Whereas with the honey barbecue, I really do feel like you're kind of getting almost a one-to-one, just a little extra spiciness at the end. With these, it's close, but it is a little bit different of a flavor variety. But one that I personally enjoy. If I'm recommending them, though, if you're not into spicy stuff, even though these aren't crazy spicy, not going to be your thing. By that same token, if you're somebody who's expecting like a really heavy spiciness, it's not that either. It is that very, domestic, just general spiciness, where it's like, okay, we want it to have a little kick, but we don't want to get end up in a lawsuit or something. But they're good. I think they're good, and if nothing else, if they seem interesting to you, give them a shot while they're available. I'm sure they'll be a limited time item. I don't think anybody's going to hate these or anything. I think that overall the flavor and the sauce that they've come up with, they're good. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of your week. My Metro rest month. Stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a dear God, I need to get back inside my air-conditioned house-tastic rest of your life. Very final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I want you to go out and do. If you're over there and you're enjoying the saucy nuggets, and whether it's from Wendy's or KFC, or even, I don't know if Burger King still has theirs now, but whether or not, whatever it is, let me know. What are your takes on them? Allow me to, kind of pick your brain a little bit and stuff like that, because, as much as I go over there and I put out these reviews and stuff, I am by no means any type of authority, and I am always very interested in, other people's takes on this stuff, because, it's still really interesting. I might like something, but, there's a guy, there's a channel I usually like to give him a little bit of a shout out, Nathan's Fast Talk Food Reviews. I watch his reviews sometimes of items that I've reviewed. Sometimes we're very on point. Other times I have no fucking idea what he's going on about. And that doesn't mean that his, version of it is different. We're just experiencing it differently. So, but anyway, bye.